What is the worst notification you have received whilst someone else had your phone? Was showing my mom some cake ideas for my wife's 30th that I was considering. My wife texted me, and my mom, for unknown reasons, got a full view of my wife's poon with the caption, "Guess what you're eating for dessert tonight?" I went to grab my phone back, and my mom went back to browsing cakes without skipping a beat. As I was leaving, my mom thought it would be funny to ask, "Would you like second dessert tonight because I have a trifle in the fridge?" I nearly died of shame. While my friend was using my phone, my mom texted me, "Remember not to have hanky-panky with Thomas. He has chlamydia." I was ordering food off of DoorDash on my ex's phone when she got a text from Guy saying he couldn't wait to see her that weekend. She told me she was going to see her mom. Big oof right there. Hope we don't have too many of these downers. I'm here for more moms talking dessert. This happened to my friend. I sent him a text of a wet cat and said, "Look at this wet pee," while my other friend's mom was holding his phone. She just awkwardly gave him his phone back. Titty pic while my mom was holding my phone. A couple of years ago, met a guy from Tinder in a pub for our first date. Things were going well. We were having a laugh and flirting. After about an hour, I took up my phone and showed him a funny meme, and up popped a notification from my new period tracking app saying, "Today's the day, you're ovulating." I swiped it real quick, and I don't think he got a good look at it, but I was still worried he'd think I was some child-obsessed weirdo who timed my dates so random Tinder guys could impregnate me. I turned off ovulation notifications after that. Edit. And I was the sender once when I text my friend who was planning to break up with her boyfriend, "Hope you're okay, how did Gary take the breakup?" when Gary was using her phone and hadn't been broken up with. Sorry, Gary. Seriously, anytime I text someone anything, I always stop and think, what if someone else saw this text? It helps me avoid any potential awkwardness, only at the cost of being constantly anxious about how I word everything. Not my notification, but I sent to my best girlfriend, "You're right, future husband's dad is weird and a little racist." And her future husband saw the text. Luckily, he laughed and agreed with me, but I was so embarrassed that he saw it. I was the one doing the sending. I moved to Japan a couple of years ago, and early one morning I was at a market and saw a tanuki statue that had the full sea and balls on display. I took a picture of it and thought it would be funny to send my brother a message reading, "Unsolicited D-pic," then send a pic of the tanuki statue. Little did I know, halfway around the world, my brother was doing some late evening car shopping. He had recently been in an accident that had totaled his car and was in the market for a new one. He had handed the car salesman his phone so he could show the guy the pics of the damage to his car, and the guy was looking through them when the words "unsolicited D-pic" popped up on the screen. My brother said the guy nearly dropped the phone trying to shove it back in his hands. If I were that car salesman, I would have just looked at the brother, smiled, and said, "Noise." Other way around, I was holding ex-husband's phone while he was driving me and the kids to the airport. Text comes in from a work colleague asking if we'd left yet. It was then that I realized the marriage was over. Showing my aunt a pic when a text saying, "I'd frick the poop out of Machine Gun Kelly" appeared. We both pretended we didn't see it and quickly started talking about something else. New job alert from ZipRecruiter while at work. Border Patrol had my phone, and my buddy sent me a text in which he jokingly said something like, "What makes you think they'll let you in this time?" or something like that. My mom was looking stuff up on my prescription app on my phone when a message came in from a group chat I'm on, a group chat named Adult Entertainment Material. I turned Instagram notifications off after that. Edit. No, the chat was not full of adult entertainment. It was memes with some of my edgier friends. I used to have a chat that was adult entertainment material. That was a pretty interesting chat group, not gonna lie. My sister-in-law was staying with me for a week, which I wasn't stoked about. My sister knew about it and messaged me, "How are you dealing with sister-in-law's name? Do you need to pretend to have a nap again, LOL?" Unfortunately, my sister-in-law was borrowing my tablet at the time and saw the notification pop up. She hasn't stayed with us since. Years ago, I was working at an Apple store as a genius technician and was helping an older woman with her phone. This woman had to be in her late 60s, early 70s, as sweet as could be, and was having some minor issues with her phone. I think it was battery life or something. So she hands me her phone, and just as she does, a message pops up with a picture of a toilet full of poop, and the message reads, "How many times do I have to tell you to flush the freaking toilet?" Not really knowing what to do, I just hand it back to her and tell her she has a message. She takes the phone, half smiles, closes the message, and hands it back, saying, "Sorry about that, sweetheart. My daughter can be a bit of a bee." Potential contact with a corona-positive person. A friend of mine sent me a message for the first time in 4 months that was just, "I love you," right as my girlfriend held the phone. So? Do you people not tell your friends you love them or your relatives? Some of you need to chill the F out. My friend made this fake account on Twitter and followed me exactly at the time my teacher had taken my phone away. The notification read, @analfister6969 has followed you. My friend sent a poop pic while my then-girlfriend was checking the weather for us one morning. I was showing my grandma some pictures. She chuckled a bit and quickly handed me back my phone. I looked at it and saw that my boyfriend, now husband, had texted me saying, "I hate it when I'm pooping and my pee-pee touches the water. Big pee-pee problems." We laughed about it, but my husband is still horrified by the thought of my grandma knowing about his big pee-pee problems. I hope Grandma gives him some knowing looks during the holidays. Maybe a little wink, just to make him squirm. Not exactly a bad message, but I lent my jacket to my crush and it had my phone in its pocket. Someone sent me a message, so she got it out to give to me, but unfortunately she had sent me a message before that and saw that her name was marked with a heart. Awkward night after that. Gonna frick your butt so hard tonight, love. Sorry for you having to see that, mother. When I was in high school, my friend and I had the habit of giving each other funny contact names on our phones based on jokes we came up with. To this day, my high school friends' contact names are things such as River B, Jeff the S, Baby America, Sugar Mama, etc. When we were juniors, a girl who was obsessed with my friend led to his contact name becoming Booty Lord, with some rather suggestive emojis following it. Everything was fine and dandy until a few months later when I had forgotten about it. I was applying for a leadership position in a club I was a member of and was required to get 2 letters of recommendation. For the second letter, I asked one of my teachers, who happened to be a very conservative man in his late 70s, if he could write one for me. Being the lazy son of a bee that he was, he told me to write the letter myself, saying all the things I wanted him to say, and he'd sign it. After I finished typing up the letter, I handed him my phone to let him read and approve it before I printed it out. About 45 seconds after I gave him my phone, he very loudly and incredulously said, "Booty Lord?" and gave me a horrified look and shoved the phone back into my hands. That was hard to explain. Funny contact names are all good and fun until your stuffy old teacher sees them, but actually he's mad because he was hoping that could be his contact name on your phone. My aunt was like, "Hey, is that the new Samsung? Can I see it?" I said sure, and then I got a text from my girlfriend. "Good news, I had my period." My boyfriend and I send each other poop randomly during the day, like, "FedEx me that pecker," or "Flap them boobies my way." I was showing my mom something on my phone once, and he sends, "Gonna slap you with my pee-pee tonight." Not really my phone, but I had text notifications on my computer, was working with a vendor and sharing my screen. My SO picked that time to send me a text that said, "That was the most amazing hanky-panky we've ever had last night." I silenced the notification as fast as I could, but the vendor went quiet for half a minute and then said, "Good job." So got out of that awkward zone pretty well. I never shared my screen with notifications active ever again. Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the video and have a wonderful day. Story apps can give really interesting ones. My favorite that popped up while my boyfriend was holding my phone was something like, "Mike misses you, come back and play," or something like that. Of course, all he did was pull the drop-down menu down to see the full notification and laugh. He teased me about it for hours. More of a poopty contact name, but 2 stories. One of my high school buddies put himself as Jew Boy in my phone, made my Jewish roommate super uncomfortable, understandably. The other is that I have a friend named Richard. This quickly became Dick Penis Willie Semen Scrotum in my phone. Boy, does my mom regret using my phone to take a picture. Does she regret it, or is she interested in meeting this friend of yours? Moms can be nasty too. This actually happened recently. I gave my dad my phone to call my mom because his phone was dead, and my girlfriend sent me a text that said something along the lines of, "Hey, do you want to have some fun at my house tonight?" My dad lost it. Edit. Just to clarify, he lost it by laughing. He didn't ground me or anything. Edit 2. It never happened. I wasn't ready for that kind of commitment, and I'm still not, so I broke up with her. Edit 3. I'm 14. Imagine my conservative 15-year-old little brother's face when my boyfriend texted, "I'll destroy your pee," while we were watching some stupid goat on YouTube. I was chatting with a guy and it was going well. Nothing intimate, maybe mild flirting, so I didn't care when I gave my buddy my phone for some reason. Then across the room he yells, "Yo, this dude just asked if you'd be down for anal." It was embarrassing. Edit. I'm really surprised this got so many upvotes. This is not how I wanted to be remembered by, but I'll take the fame. Edit 2. No, I would not be down to do anal, especially not with people I barely know. You never know until you try. Not me, but a friend we'll call Bob. Bob, some friends and I went out one night to watch a show in town. Afterwards, we decided to go get some drinks and decided to carpool. Bob's phone was dying, so he asked if he could charge it on our way over with the car charger. While it was charging, it had apparently connected to the car's speaker system, and without a warning, the car read a new text message out loud to all of our surprise. "Hey baby, it's been a long time since you came in my mouth. How about we hook up tonight so I can taste that juice again?" Needless to say, he was mortified and the rest of us rolled with laughter on our way to the bar. "Bob, what are you doing? Get out of that car and get to that person. It's juice time, baby!" I've had the reverse of this situation happen to me. I was using my flatmate's desktop Mac, and as iOS users will know, any notification you get on your iPhone will appear on screen on all of your Apple devices. I was on the computer in his bedroom while he was in the kitchen grabbing a snack, and he received a phone call from an unknown number. I saw this notification on his computer, which gave me the option to answer the call for him. I thought it would be funny if I took the call before he could answer it on his phone, meaning he would have to run through to his bedroom where I would be silently laughing myself to an early grave. I clicked to answer, expecting it to be some kind of cold call. The voice on the other end, amplified by my flatmate's gratuitous Sonos speaker setup, said, "Hello, this is the police." My soul left my body. I absolutely cannonballed out of his room, making the most apologetic eye contact I have ever made with a human being. Turns out he had been caught red-handed in a traffic incident on his way back from an interview, and they got his contact details from the dashcam footage of his registration plate. They were calling him in for some questioning. It was a wonderfully devious experience, which I was absolutely not prepared for, and we have never spoken of it since. This post shows us that phones just need a simple side button to temporarily turn off all notifications. Edit. FYI, I appreciate that you are you and that your comment is unique and meaningful, but just so you know, 40 people have already responded with the suggestion of using airplane mode, do not disturb, or 1+. Chatting to a guy in a bar handed him my phone so he could type his number in. At that moment, a message pops up from my friend sat several tables away saying, "Shag him." My friend texting me, "I'll eat your butt," while I was showing my mom a meme. Never swiped away a notification so fast in my mother effing life. Edit. We're both girls and it was a joke. I think. Probably not though, knowing her. Edit 2. I'ma tag them in this post. Not today, Junior 98. Edit 3. Stop asking her to eat y'all's butt. My butt is the only snack she's getting. It appears that neither of you was joking around. Seems you best get ready for some good old-fashioned butt munching. Me and my friend used to do this thing where we'd make weird noises on the phone, mostly just to annoy the other person. I decided to call my friend, and when the call was answered, I let out a groan that progressively turned into a screech. Turns out his dad was the one who answered, and all I can hear is him yelling, "Why the frick are you friends with this guy?" in the background. I never saw this as a competition, but if it was, I think I won. A friend on Discord had the name Child Predator as a joke. My parents saw that and yelled at me. A pimp texted my father-in-law's phone advertising transsexual prostitutes while I was navigating for him while he was driving. Please leave your story in the comments. I would love to make a video on them in the future. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.